as we see the last two finishes go down. And this happened right at the start of the heat. John Florence does one of the most creative, radical carves in the business. John Florence and Gabriel Medina, the semifinals to a final, and a running little left sandbar on that finals day. One of the biggest moments in his great career. Here comes Keanu Asing now. He's got that cool, solid stance and lays it down right in the guts of the wave there. Big, healthy round, wrapping cut back right into a huge vertical climb. And somehow Keanu Asing goes down at the end of what was such a beautiful transition of turns.
Keanu Asing, this was epic.
Take us through it, Makua.
Nice layback hack in the pocket right there. Coming around, I love this speed turn. Speed, power, and flow. And then look at that. Underneath, over. Oh.
This is Jordy Lawler representing North Narrabeen. Nice tag vertically there. Big whip into the pocket and hits it high up the lip again. Climbs the next section, but he can't hang on either. And then the backside replay here of Jordan Lawler, Rosie.
Yeah, this was looking so spicy from him. Just unfortunately on this last maneuver, kind of over rotates and looks over his shoulder before.
And then this wave just happened for Kalani Ball, Rosie.
Yeah, Kalani Ball getting started here. Smaller than the waves that we've seen, but does this thing have an opportunity to double up and give some juice on the inside section? Kind of winds through this midsection. Looking to meet a little bit more critically there. Wow, that was nice. A lot of spray thrown out the back, a lot of power.
And as we follow his road towards requalification, some fun waves to watch during that interview as well. This was Keanu Asing, Rosie.
Yeah, Keanu backing up that 4, wanting to get completion on that ride, staying low and riding out of it.
Pretty hard to say, but I think it's about another time. It's about don't give up. I come to Hawaii with no expectations. I never have a good result here. I think right now is my best result already, and I'm so happy. And this is never give up.
You want to say anything to your friends and family back home?
And also John Florence, Makua.
Being patient, coming off the bottom, signature wrap. I love those hands right there. And then just ABC, I wouldn't want to be you guys. Well, you know what? Why I say that is because these guys are going to have to finish their waves. You seen in the beginning, guys were falling at the end of their wave. To beat one of the greatest to ever surf on a surfboard, you're going to have to surf very well, especially if he's putting down performances like this.
Jordy Lawler, patience off the bottom. That's just setup work to hug the pocket. Wants this thing to really bowl up. He doesn't mind going upside down on a snap. That one didn't really provide a section to work with. He did have a 5.0 in his start. Kalani Ball's opener a 6.0. Good way for Kalani to get started. As he holds priority now, he'll use it quickly. Big wall here at Haleiwa. Drills the first turn. Nice patience off the bottom. Explodes off the lip. Great timing for Kalani Ball. But still has strong connections to the Cronulla surf community. Back to this one, Rosie.
Yeah, this wave face stayed nice and clean for him, especially on this attacking incoming section. He did so well. I think that up and over the surfboard and keeping that center of gravity over that string.
We all know too well that you can do 2 nice turns, but the finishing move is the key move. Out the back, Joe.
Rolling through here, Jordan Lawler throws the vertical. Now waiting for this thing to get through some backwash. You can see the whole face breathing a bit. Essing his way to the source and then jamming one quickly. Bit of a roller coaster ride for Jordy.
Yeah, taking off on this wave, you're like, he's going through the motions there, and it seemed super fun because he was dropping into these little double up sections, but it never gave him that kind of crispy lip to hit. I think it was kind of feathering on the lip line for him. He goes through the motions on this section, does so well to meet that lip line as it's coming at him and cascading down.
John Florence sets the rail of that Paizel surfboard. Patience through the open face, lays down a vicious frontside power hook and sneaks out of there. So much control. Back to John's wave, Rosie.
Yeah, John, this first open swoop, We're just mentioning this layback done in that top section of the wave. Look at the trust that he has in that rail to lean the body completely back, throw both arms into the face of the wave.
I got pretty excited on that second turn. Did I get too excited? I mean, it was a 5. I mean, that turn looked incredible from my angle. But cool, what'd you think?
I mean, the ability John has to control his board on rail and redirect in such a tight part of the wave, I mean, it just looks so flawless.
Unbelievable display of power surfing from John. Keanu getting out in front now, and he hits it in the money part of the wave. But gets bounced off his board on the landing. The round of 32, heat number 4, getting caught up with some action. How big are these sets that are coming through? This one is for Kalani Ball, Rosie.
Yeah, that is a well overhead wave. You can feel the shake of the beach. So these waves have been non-stop. Those outer reefs lighting up. Kalani Ball waiting for a section to work with. How much chatter is going up through the fins. Those chops up the face were really hard to negotiate, and then he goes down on that section and has to get the rest of the set on the head and get flushed through that toilet bowl section.
Just what we were feeling when you go down on a section like that on a rising swell with the set pouring through. I mean, what is this guy going through right now, Makua?
He's going through the toilet.
Yeah, both of them just paddling back out, Jordan and right now Ball. It's just like these guys just getting, rinsed literally all the way through and up and riding out over here in the corner. Big, huge cutty right there. I like it. Keanu looking really good.
Now driving hard off the bottom, big section. Asing goes down. Coming close to the landing on about 3 of them in the seat. John doing that classic down carve wrap, speeding down the line. Big layback, power gouge. Lays it down one more time right by Keanu. And somehow still riding away. That turn looked impossible, and he was able to ride out with control. The magician doing what he does best. Welcome back to the Jersey, John John. Let's watch this one from the beginning, Rosie.
Yeah, good flow through that first section. Starts to lay that rail. Waiting for this one to wind up. You see him kind of burn that speed and then gather it again. Wow, that gouge was so tight, so critical. And then again, just blast that tail out right of his competitor. I hope your Achilles is okay. You can't Keanu Asing.
It's wild, it's really, and I wonder what he's riding right here, Joe.
Little whip off the top for Jordan Lawler. Just pacing his way through the open face. Sitting in 4th right now, needs a 7.47, pushes the tail out. So remember, Jordy went upside down, took a serious wipeout in the middle of that big set. Florence just took the lead. 7.33 and now an 8.33 on his last. And here's Kalani Ball down to 2nd. Needs a 9.19 for the win. The Australian now making some space down the line. He ends up drifting the tail and going down, so nothing changing in his situation with 4:10 on the clock.
Up from the surfing that we saw in those previous heats with Ethan Ewing throwing down some of the best waves of the event so far.
100%. This is the last of Kalani Ball, Makua.
Tack off the lip, but trying to do his best impression. Keanu Asing off the back, Joe.
Setting up a beautiful bottom turn. Love that down carve. He's got a big section in front of him. Nice patience into the bowl. Comes down with control this time. Are we looking at this one on the replay upstairs, Rosie? Take us through this one.
Yeah, Keanu, that first turn was so slice and dicey. I think we both thought potentially he could have gone up a bit quicker to get to this next section. That second turn was beautiful nonetheless.
He'd been attacking that a few times in this heat. Comes down with a big turn. And John's coiling up. Misread off the lip. He's over the falls and underwater. Keanu missed out on Snapper and Manly and then ended up heading to South Africa, turning a huge result in the Challenger Series. As we look at the roll-in now, John Florence, big layback hack. Nails that one. Here comes the wind-up, extended top turn, perfect transition into the pit, still traveling. Florence gets the exit. Off the bottom and off the top and shuts this one down. What a special human, an incredible surfer that sees things that nobody else can.
Hit the lip, lay back, big down carve into the barrel. I mean, is it emulating his final wave last year, but this was like the bingo bango.
We watch the countdown against Jordy Lawler, maybe his last wave of this matchup. And a special one just coming to an end.
This is Jordan Lawler's last wave.
Yeah, Jordy was in fourth at the end, but he still needed a 7.47. A lot of soup on the face here. Didn't have a real heavy section to work with. But man, he put up a great effort in this heat. Opened up with a 5 and shut it down with that vertical at the tail end of the wave. So waiting for what happened on John's wave. Still working his way through this last one is Keanu Asing, who's fighting for that second place position. He still has his wave previous yet to lock in, so we'll have a couple of scores to wait for Asing. He'll sink on that one and take it into the beach. An incredible heat for Keanu, never giving up, falling on a lot of big sections, and then pulling off a really big re-entry that is making the judges think.
To get that number, we're still waiting on the judges though.
And this was his last wave of the matchup, Makua.
Just want to spray that guy on the head for a second there. But just riding it in, I don't think this wave had much on offer. I think he's just going through the motions to come in. You kind of see the frustration on Keanu's face right there.
Numbers coming through for Keanu Asing. 2 waves ago, a 7.13.
Not enough.
Not enough. So the 7.13 keeps Keanu in third. Kalani Ball is able to hang on to second with a 12.47 combined total. That was incredibly close. Judges definitely had a long discussion about the outcome of the matchup.